I'd like to welcome everyone to the Visionary and Capricoin call today. I'm Nicole Peterson, and we've got Andy Morbitzer on today's call, who is the president of Visionary, as well as one of the co-owners. And he will be interviewing Gary Connor, who is the editor-in-chief of altcointoday.com, which is one of the leading newsletters for alternative currencies. Gary is a tenured and a successful cryptocurrency expert within the industry, and we're going to hear why Gary feels that Capricoin will be a major contender for cryptocurrencies, as well as why he feels that out of all the cryptocurrencies on the exchanges right now, Capricoin is quote-unquote the perfect coin.
Gary, I remember one of the very first conversations that we had. I had spoke to, I don't know, 3 or 4 so-called experts in the field of cryptocurrency, and unfortunately, those conversations didn't really get past 2 or 3 minutes. I think you and we met through Kaylee Taylor, was it?
That's correct.
Kaylee. So when I met Gary, he looked at our videos and the very first thing I say to people typically when I talk to them on a 3-way call, and that's what this was really, was what did you like best that you saw about the video? Or what did you like best about Visionary? And if you could, Gary, in your own words, since you have extensive knowledge in cryptocurrency and you've looked at a lot of different coins and you've had some ideas floating around in your head for a couple of years, you remember what you said to me that day?
I think it was verbatim. This is exactly what I've been saying for the last year and a half, as if you've been listening to everything that I've been saying for the last year and a half. This is my message. This is what I've been trying to get out. This is what I've been trying to get the world to see. This is exactly the platform that the world needs. This is the only way that the coins will ever be properly created and distributed and supported long term. You guys have nailed it, and I would like to be in. That's it.
Well, we welcome you aboard. We want to coexist with fiat currency, but we also want the ability to have cryptocurrency that is not regulated by central authority and accumulate and pay all the fees that we've been attributed or accustomed to paying unduly in my mind. So, but the whole reason that we do what we do and why we're excited, and one of the reasons, and I'm going to have Gary tell a story here real quick, why Capricoin will succeed, why we're different, and exactly what, guys, we know where we've been, we know where we are, and we certainly know where we're going. Any doubt on that? Not in my mind. So Gary, just to finish your story, you looked at Capricoin, you looked at the video, you liked what you saw. If you could briefly tell us what you did like about it, why Capricoin's different. And at one point you said Capricoin's the perfect coin. Can you expand upon that and tell us exactly what you meant by that, Gary?
Absolutely. Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency to come out, and it's mined, and that creates value. Okay, that's one thing that Bitcoin has right. Bitcoin is pioneering the industry and opening up doors for this space, cryptocurrency space, and every time Bitcoin has a success, it is going to be an opportunity for every other cryptocurrency that's significant and done right to have success. And what I mean by that is the area of greatest development today is in the development of multi-coin platforms, and it's really quite simple to plug in the API to accept multiple cryptocurrencies on all of these payment platforms that Bitcoin is getting into stores. So Bitcoin has that right, and the world of coin developers and crypto enthusiasts are working very diligently to create things like Shapeshift, which literally, if there's a Bitcoin terminal at Walmart, it's nothing for them to just say, which coin do you have, and it automatically does all the exchanging, and that economy is open to the entire crypto world. So that's something that Bitcoin is doing for and has right, and that is also an opportunity for Capricoin and other significant coins to be used in the world very quickly, unlike Bitcoin, which took, 3.5 years before the first actual store accepted it. When these platforms are launched, then that's when Capricoin and other significant coins can start applying to be listed on them and be used everywhere. We don't have to go down and beat down the doors of of Dell and Microsoft, etc. Those doors will be already open because of Bitcoin. Well, the reason why I said Capricoin is the perfect coin, I just mentioned that Bitcoin is mined, all right? And again, that creates value. The mining network, the people who create Bitcoins are also the people who confirm transactions. That's a double-edged sword. It's fantastic today, but people don't realize that Bitcoin is still being dropped on the market, and there's X amount being created, and the net effect is it costs $25 million a month at today's price of Bitcoin to keep their network running. What if it's $1,000? Then we're talking about $100 million a month to keep their network going. The reason that I said Capricoin is perfect is because we have the mining trigger to create value, but the coins people actually are receiving are what are called proof of stake. And what that means is that every single wallet, and the reason why it's important for you guys to get some wallets open, it's going to make our network stronger. Every person who opens up a local wallet participates in the confirmation of transactions. So in the next 10 years, when Bitcoin costs $250 million even to leave their lights on, they're going to have to enable fees so that these people who are mining Bitcoins get paid to keep their miners working. Capricoin isn't going to cost anything because everybody who owns a Capricoin on a local wallet participates in the network confirmations. So that's why it's the perfect coin. We have the structure to create value, and that's called mining, but the coins that are actually being used have no cost to operate the network, unlike Bitcoin and other significant cryptocurrencies. So 2 to 5 years, it's not going to make much difference, but let's get out 10, 15 years. The ones like Capricoin, and we're one of the first ones to the market with this, are going to be the survivors because we don't have a $25 million or $150 million a month network fee. That's what it is when people are mining Bitcoins. It costs $25 million a month today to leave the network for Bitcoin running. And that's why there's a lot of volatility in the Bitcoin prices, because it has to come from somewhere. It either comes from adoption or it comes from people selling them for less than what they actually paid to mine them. This is what we're avoiding with Capricoin's proof of stake concept. That's not going to be in place. If the coin's $1,000, it's highly likely it's only going to go up because we're not relying on the mining network. We don't have that overhead that's going to choke us out in 3 to 5 years. It's going to be a much more stable platform. The other thing about Capricoin, people may not realize this because they don't use a lot of Bitcoins, but I have had times where I've tried to pay for something with Bitcoin, and I've literally waited almost 6 to 8 minutes before the vendor I was trying to pay actually saw that I initiated that transaction. And then again, I've been paid in Bitcoin, and it's taken me sometimes up to 9 to 11 hours before I could even use it again. Because of the algorithm and the technology behind Capricoin and the way the proof of stake works, most people are going to see coins within 3 seconds. Across the board, you're going to see them in about 3 seconds. The vendor's going to see that you paid him in less than 3 seconds on average, and that vendor will be able to spend them again in less than 3 minutes on average. So what do you want to use? Bitcoin that takes 6 minutes to get and 6 hours to use, or do you want a 3-second coin and 3 minutes to use? So long term, this is going to be significant. The other thing is, because the Bitcoins rely on the miners, they're responsible for all of the confirmations of purchases and things like that. Because the Capricoin relies on all of the wallets and all of the users, if we have 100,000 users, we have 100,000 people confirming transactions. So our speed's going to stay right where it needs to be. There's a big war in the Bitcoin community right now because they're already recognizing that if they only took 1% of what Visa does every day and applied that to the Bitcoin network, it would basically be crushed. It can't handle that volume. Proof of stake coins like Capricoin can. We won't have to fork the coin or make a new algorithm. We've got the one that's going to work. So
Oh, Gary,
That's
that's
what
a lot of
that's kind
information.
of where we're at.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it, and I hope
Sorry,
everybody
you guys
understands it.
accidentally asked me that stuff.
No, that's quite all right. So to break all that down, guys, we have the best of both worlds. We have a proof of stake, proof of work coin, and it's to your advantage. It's to keep price controls at a maintainable level for the long haul, for the decades to come, where we won't oust ourselves because due to cost and the cost of mining. We actually are going to reward people. And on the Capricoin side, the applications and the things that are involved, we're actually going to have a cash rewards and a reward system that we're working on the other side. And now I'm going to bring into here, now that we understand the Capricoin side of it and how it works, now how are we, now don't give away the story yet to hear on some of our innovative strategies. Keep some close to the breast there. We don't want to, but if you could briefly tell us what Capricoin looks like on the cash back side that we're working on now behind the scenes to hear, if you would, please.
Okay, well, that is going to be a slightly different operation to the cryptocurrencies. By the way, you may be hearing a noise in the background every now and then, just some sort of a bell ringing. That's my cryptocurrency wallet that is mining. There it goes. That's mining coins, well, staking coins, and every time a coin arrives, this noise goes out in the background. In the last few hours, about 300 coins have come into my wallet. So it does pay to have a wallet operational on the network.
Okay, stop right there, Tahir, because I think you just confused everybody. You mean Visionary members that get an external wallet are going to start mining coins that they have on their desktop? Could you explain and expand upon what that is?
Do you mind if I expand on that one?
Sure, I don't care. I'll do it if you want, but yeah, somebody fine with me, sure.
Okay.
Gary, I'll put it on the screen, okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. Pay attention, everybody.
The coins, year number one, there's going to be a 2% reward to everybody who holds Capricoins in their local wallets. This is an extra incentive for people to have these coins on their local wallets and leave them on so that they are participating in the confirmation process. There's 2% of the total supply, so 4 million coins over the next year are going to be generated through the proof of stake process, which means you leave your computer on with coins in it, and every once in a while it's going to say thank you for letting us use some of your resources, and it's going to reward you with some brand new Capricoins above and beyond what you mined in the internal system. That's how proof of stake works.
And what do they have to do to get those coins, Gary?
They just need to mine them and move them over to their local wallet.
You mean that's it? Nothing more than that, huh?
That's it. You just move them over to your local wallet, and they immediately start to gain weight on the network. And weight means that, obviously, how old are your coins and how many do you have? That gives you your network weight, and therefore it distributes the rewards accordingly. So it's advantageous to people to move their coins as soon as possible to their local wallets so they can start getting old.
And that's exactly right. So all the people that are in Visionary that have had that have Capricoins and they start opening up these e-wallets, now they're going to be 5 years from now. These are the recipients or the people that are going to really benefit from this because they're going to have the most coins and they're going and the oldest wallets. Yes.
Absolutely. And let's say that Capricoin is $100 by then. You could be making $500 or $600 a day with what you're mining today and moving to your local wallet because your coins are going to be that old, and actually they're going to be that big. The numbers of coins that people are mining today are going to drastically reduce for the people who start coming in next week or next year. So this is really an opportunity for people to create a cash register in their home. I mean, it shifts that whole mining process that Bitcoin is using right now. And right now, the only people who are getting Bitcoins of significance have server farms in Iceland that spend $250,000 a month on electricity. Well, because you have old coins, and a lot of them, in 10 years, you're going to be just as powerful as one of those Icelandic operations, and it's not unforeseeable that you could potentially, just by leaving a silly computer on in the corner of your house, be generating $10,000 or $15,000 a month. It's not unforeseeable.
Wow, that's awesome. So I know we got a little bit technical on on members today, but slowly but surely, guys, we're going to start presenting concepts and things of this nature, where we're going to ask you to do specific things, and we're going to tell you the reasons why, and hopefully today we did. Now, are we saying move all your Capricoin to an external exchange? No, we're not. Or an external wallet? No, we are not. What we're saying is the numbers on the external exchange at this point have been arbitrary in nature. They are seasoned, they're tendered, and now we're ready to take the next logical step in the progression and the value and the moving of Capricoin as members into external wallets. Now, we're going to show you how to do that, because there is an advantage, and this will be the next call that we do. There is an advantage in keeping your coins in the digital form in the Capricoin system, or keeping it in the system. And we'll explain all the different nuances and intricacies of what that looks like, why you do it, and so forth, because there's some values there and there's some incentives there that we're going to present with you guys. So everything, with the exception of some credit card processing, is working very smoothly. The coin is performing great. Everything's a go. Is there anything else you need to put out or do or say to here, Gary?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. What about you, Gary? Anything else you'd like to?
I think we've pretty much covered what I've been up to, and I'm just going to piggyback on what Andy said. We've been working very hard on making sure that this Capricoin that is going to be released is stable. It's stable, and it's nice. It's really nice, and it's ready.
So there you have it, guys. For all of you, those of you out there fighting the good fight, I appreciate you. Don't get distracted. Know that we have your best intentions at heart. We're doing things the right way. Sometimes it might take me a little bit longer to figure it out, but know that we're doing things the right way. We're building this for the long haul. We're not in this for the quick cash. We're not into this for the hype. We're in this for a long-term, stable business model, period. And we're going to do things the right way, or we're not going to do them. Okay? So with that said, we'll get out the PDFs and how to, some instructions on how to move some coins, and it'll have an effect. We'll take a couple of hundred people, move a couple of, 10,000, 100,000, 500,000 coins to some external wallets, and then we'll start slowly building that over time. And then we'll show you the other side of it. Conversely, what does it mean to keep your coins in the system as versus an external wallet? And we'll get into all that, and we'll break it down, basic, nice, and easy. Because at the end of the day, Vizionary is simply a software company that provides a service that is called mining, that converts fiat currency to our cryptocurrency, Capricoin. That's all Vizionary is. That has a distribution arm to it, that will unveil the reward side of it, the Capricoin side of it. And the Capricoin is a true cryptocurrency with a fully functional, verifiable blockchain on 2 external exchanges. Because with us, you could move, if you wanted to, you could move all your coins to an external exchange. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just telling you, as the future moves forward, you'll see that there's some advantage of keeping some coins in the system with us, and we'll unveil the cash reward side of this, the rewards, the inducement, the merchants, the customers, and we'll show you how all this is going to come together, all come to fruition. And I think next week as well, we'll be announcing to hear, what's the title of the new fella for the Capricoin side? What's that designation going to be, that title?
The CMO, Chief Marketing Officer.
Okay. There's a good chance next week that we'll announce the Chief Marketing Officer for Capricoin, who's going to help us establish merchants, customers, and do the marketing for this thing worldwide. So guys, stay tuned. It's just now starting to get exciting. As this becomes fully functional and we have the ability to move and buy and trade and sell and do all those things, we've got a phenomenal coin. We've got some innovative strategies. We've got experts like Tahir and great experts and advisors, and Gary, myself, Frode, Vladislav, and Jesper, bringing this thing together and doing it the right way. So with that said, unless you guys have something else, that's it for today's training. Thanks for being here. Andy Morbitzer from Toronto, Canada. Have a great day. Appreciate it, Gary. Thanks to here for coming on again. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
Take care, everybody. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.